If I could be anything for you, I would be your cure.
Mr. Ford, you seem to have a heart on your face. Can you please explain what's going on?
I shall. I'm lucky enough to be able to come home from work some days and get in the shed and get a bit of inspiration and get a, I suppose some people call it in the zone. I'm not an artist, but I suppose in a fashion I am. So I just weld, and I found the most pleasurable thing to make are these hearts, because I've been making them for a while. I made one about 3 years ago for my sister-in-law. I couldn't get to her brother's funeral, and went home, welded one of these up, went round that afternoon to give it to her, and just said, here, chuck this in your garden and think of your brother whenever you... And it was just nice. It was just really, really nice. And it's just, I look at them and I build them, and you can build them in about... Oh, they take about 4 days to build. That's why they're so expensive. No, they're not 4 days. But they're quite, the shape of them, it's just off an old Massey Ferguson combine.
So what's a combine? A combine harvester?
No, a combine harvester will harvest the crop, but a combine seeder will put the crop in.
Oh, okay.
So it's the tines that go,
Yeah.
and the seed pops down behind the tines, and it's just got a beautiful shape to them. And as you can see there, I don't like selling them. I don't like giving them away. I want to keep them all, but.
Tell us the idea you had about town to town.
Yeah, so Massey Ferguson combines are really a redundant bit of equipment in the cropping industry now, because other technologies come through, big air seeders, you do 50 foot wide, that sort of stuff. So potentially every farmer and their dog in the district has got a Massey Ferguson combine behind.
Just sitting there doing nothing.
Sitting there doing nothing, scrap value, whatever. Hello, I like scrap value. And I talking with a mate, and we thought, well, there's a couple of ideas but an idea that can get people together, I think, is, say we found one in Dubbo, and put your hand up and we're going to head to Dubbo for the weekend, disassemble this thing, build these hearts, leave the hearts in town and rack off to the next place, where there's another... But I mean, it obviously would, it's...
So you leave the hearts behind as symbols of hope or something?
Well, mate, you can't but not look at it and go... You don't walk in and go, oh, that's awful, I don't really like that bit of art. I mean, I think I've hit the jackpot.
Yeah, me too.
Wow, it's just, I don't know, and then the feeling it gives you, mate, just I know when I look at them, it just, I've got a few of them at home lined up, and I just look at them and I think, wow, just look at you.
Yeah.
Sitting in my garden and,
I just think of how beautiful it would be to come into town and there's and you go, oh, it's one of those hearts.
Yeah.
The feeling in the initial feeling it just gives you, because it goes something deep, because when we're kids, the first thing we draw is love.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. Yeah, the old proofs. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And this is not perfectly symmetrical. It's either that or my head's bent. But yeah, so what does it do? What does it do for us? It just helps us all mend. It's just, we're not in here. I mean, we are here for the fun. This is what these weekends are about. It's just great. But I mean, it's healing, and it's just got to find other ways to help heal the nation's heart.
Well, you've been at this 832 gathering, you've been at a few. How would you describe what's happening in these 832 gatherings to someone who has no idea?
Oh, gosh. Wow, yeah. Don't be scared of them. If you're thinking, wow, they're walking around and mate, it's just a lot of good, really fantastic people. Not just a lot of good people, fantastic people. Just that the energy that we all get when we come together is like, and just feed off that all weekend. That's why some of us don't need to go to sleep.
Yeah. It's why we don't leave. We're only supposed to do a day, and we're still here Sunday.
Yeah. You can't. Just give one a crack. You'd be more than welcomed into the 830. It's not a club. We're not a club. You just rock along. You don't have to come to everyone. But I think once you come to one, you'll get infected. Yeah.
When's the next one? Where is the next one?
Geez, it'd have to be close to Denny, wouldn't it? March, or is there one? Nah, March into the look one. I think James will be able to tell us more on that. But I know March is a big one in Denny, and that was the first one last year. And That was a bloody ripper.
Yeah, I remember that one.
5 days by the river. Yeah. I live locally. My wife said, "What? Are you coming home?" I said, "Oh, not yet."
Do you see hope for the future, Richard, after everything we've been through?
I saw hope for the future from the start. I just didn't know how we spread it and how we, just, I suppose, just be yourself and just know that everything's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. I really strongly believe in my heart that it's going to be okay. I just know it. It's going to be harsh.
Can I ask you, what have you discovered about yourself, or how have you changed from before you'd heard of COVID to the person sitting here now with these hearts?
Oh man, I don't think there's anything I can't do. Yeah, like just humanitarian-wise, I mean, wow, freaking hell, it's happened again. Yeah, I reckon we can do it, mate. We know we can do it. We got it.
So you're taking all the pain and you're handing back hearts.
Oh, fuck, that's a cool way to look at it. Yeah. Bloody hell. There's not a lot of crying this weekend, I tell you. Yep. But there's nothing wrong with crying. Men can cry.
Can I ask, are you... Because, we've been made lepers for the last 4 years. They've done... chastised us, kicked us out of jobs, everything, called us idiots, and yet there's no anger at them here. So when you see tears, are you grieving for yourself, or you're grieving for them, or for everyone?
I think it's the willingness to sit down and hear someone else's story, and that will just bring a tear to your eye, because there's Lisa and Alyssa and myself were out last night, and we just got some stories, from just not even pre-COVID stuff, stuff that's happened in our life, and we just sat and listened. You had the floor, and it's just sad. It's sad. I've heard people say, I haven't been able to talk about something, whatever subject it was, but I can talk about it here. You just feel like you can walk up to anyone and have a chat. And, well, I do anyway. Yeah.
Despite all that sadness, you're building hearts.
Good on you, man.
If I could be anything for you, I would be your cure.